Right, hello. I don't know how to start the video, so I just started it now. I'm just gonna speak as I go along. So basically, welcome. God, of all the times to start. Why did I do that for? Right, anyway, so welcome to the channel. This is going to be my vlogging slash exploration channel, I guess you can say. Obviously this is the first video that I recorded. I wasn't too sure when to actually start recording because I can't actually start what I want to do yet because I don't have anything prepared. But I thought this is one way to start because I'm currently on my way to go and look for a vehicle that I can use for my exploration travels. Does that make sense? I don't know. But yeah, so we're just going to drive around, see what sort of vehicles are about and see what takes my fancy. I can't afford anything at the moment, I don't think, but it's just to give me a picture of what would be suitable or what I think would be suitable for what I want to do. And for a quick explanation of what I want to do and what this channel will be is, there we are, stop the red light now, I'll make it easier. So on this channel I would like to try out a few new hobbies, because for some reason I just got this proper itch to want to try some of these things, and it's basically magnet fishing, which seems to be really popular these days, metal detecting, fossil hunting or finding, and gold panning, except I don't think gold panning will be too thing in this area. I don't know how good it'll be, but I'll give it a go. It's something to do, isn't it? I swear there was something else. We'll find out as we go along. But basically, I want a vehicle that I can keep all of that equipment in, and then use that to go around the UK and, you know, see what we can find. So I shall get back to you when we get to the car sales and when I see a car that I think might be good. So I got a rough idea of what I want, but you know, that's what we gotta look for in it. So I'll get back with you in a bit. Just pulled up at the car sales now. There's a few options, quite interesting. So we'll look around now. Here's the few selections. I was mainly looking at that Toyota there, but there's a few bigger vehicles, like the vans, I'm more interested in. So that's what we'll go look at. Or maybe that Volvo, that'd be quite cool. You know, that Dodge is looking good too. I'm gonna have to zoom out because I'm too close to it. That Dodge would be quite cool, but the only thing is like the tax and that. That's what you gotta look at. The prices might not be too bad, but it's the tax. So there's that. I love that. I love that Ford, the back there. I'll go have a look at that in a second. We're going to go have a look at this Volvo up there. Because although it's a longer car, you've got a nice boot space, and as well as the, you know, plenty of room in the back. Ah, it's an automatic. God damn it. I want a manual. Although I know this was an automatic, I had a quick cheeky preview of this. But I love a van like that size. Can't lie, I do feel a bit awkward doing this because I'm not used to vlogging and I just don't know where to go and start. But we're going to go over and have a look at the Transit, I think. See what that has to offer. Yeah, so this Transit is a camper conversion, I believe. Yeah, there we go. It's easier to see it on the camera than it is in person because of the tint on the window. So, I would love to have more seats in the back, that's the only thing. Cool though. Well, we got two Renault Kangoos by here. This is a 2001, and it's actually got a cassette player in it, if I can see. Well, I can kind of make it out today. However, I'm not sure the price of that one. And this one, yeah, it's got a CD player, but this is a 2008. Wait, was it? Was it a 2008? Yes. But I'm not sure how I feel about the Kangoos, to be fair. Window tint. too dark. Can't really see even with the camera. Although that Citroen C4 I was looking at, that's quite cool. I do like the look of this Citroen. Plenty of space in the back, plenty of seats. Very nice. Right, so just got back in the car now after having a look around. I felt like quite awkward, so obviously, you know, I don't actually know how the clips turned out, but we'll find out when I put them together. But yeah, there's quite a few nice options there. But I think I'll have a look around again, see what else is about. I'm trying to think of what the other dealerships are, because you drive past them every day, but I can't think of them when I'm trying to look for them. So I'll have a drive around, see what else I come across, and get back to you. Right, so currently took a detour anyway a minute, because we've seen the train barriers come down, and I got Noah with me, and I thought I'd take him up just so you can see the train drive past. But whilst we're taking the detour, I thought I'd just take the time to like think, well, obviously talk about budgets and stuff. So I don't want to spend too much on the car, so I don't care if it's like, you know, it doesn't have to be a newer car. But the only thing is, with the older cars, the tax tends to be a lot more expensive. You know, it's like I said with that Dodge Nitro. I would love to have that car because it looks quite cool, to be fair. But the only thing is, I think I seen a few cars that size or like that year or whatever, I don't know, similar then, and the tax was like between 300 to 400 a year, and it's like, I don't have the money to be spending that every year. So it's just a matter of like finding a car cheap enough to buy, but also not too expensive on the tax, because I know it's once a year, but it's just like, you know, why would you want to spend that much money once a year just to keep the car taxed? Do you know what I mean? Because then it's the insurance side of it as well, because, you know, because it's a bigger vehicle, I don't know if it probably costs more. Bear in mind I got like a few points on my license as well, so you know, that won't help my insurance, but it is what it is. So yeah, it's just like trying to take all that into consideration, trying to find a car that, like I said, cheap enough to buy, cheap enough to insure, and not too much on tax. And I know I'm not going to be able to find an older car, which tend to be the cheaper cars, that's going to be like cheap to insure or tax even. So yeah, lights. So yeah, it's just a lot to think about, trying to find it all, but we'll see what happens when we. Because then I want to get the equipment and do it, but then I don't want to buy the equipment without having any, because I haven't got anywhere to keep it. And like I said, I would plan on keeping it in the car. What are they doing with it? Ah, right. I thought it was building houses here then. Anyway, getting distracted. Yeah, so I want to buy the equipment, but I don't want to buy the equipment until I have somewhere to store it, like I said, and I would plan on storing it in the car, but I need the car. So it's just a little bit of a cycle there, and trying to figure it all out, but that's where I'm at the moment. So that's why I thought I'd just do this little vlog of trying to find the right car, and we'll see what we find. The only thing is, to be honest, I was thinking it would probably be quite cool to do that and, you know, do all these little hobbies and travel in my Nova. I think that would be quite cool, but it's just like, I don't want to be using my Nova daily anymore. I just need to get a new car in general, you know, not just for like the exploration side of it, but like, you know, the miles in this car are shooting up. Oh no, the no crashed. It's not crashed, but you just parked up on the side in the grass. Anyway, distracted. Thanks, Noah. Yeah, so because like I said, I'm using this car daily, so the miles in this car are just shooting up. And not like it matters, because obviously it's a car, you know, that you gotta use it for that, like, you know, you're gonna drive it, the miles are gonna go up. But like, where I've had to spend money now on a new head gasket, and you know, I've got new brake pads I gotta put on as well now, which that's just a common thing anyway. But like, there's just a few other things. You know, the more I use it, the more likely things are gonna go wrong with the car, and I want to look after this car, you know. And I'm not really in a position to keep spending all this money on it. I need to get another car. So, and it's not even that. I was also planning on, I've seen like these things called tent box, and it's basically a tent that you just chuck on the top of your car, on the roof of your car. Obviously you need roof bars to attach it to and stuff, but I just wouldn't want to do that with the Nova, you know. I don't want to put roof bars on the Nova. It wouldn't look right. I'm not sure. People probably had done it back in the past, because you know, you got like Nova vans, but they're Nova vans, you know. This is just a Nova Merit. This is just your standard family car. I don't want to do any of that like that. It'll just ruin it a bit, I reckon. So that's like another reason why, because I want to get her a tent, so when I do go exploring and do these little hobbies, I got a tent on the roof there, and I can just pull up, park up somewhere, and then stay there for the night in the little box, in the little tent. So yeah, like I said, we just got to try and figure out what's around, to be honest. Right, to be honest, I think we got a bit sidetracked at the moment, because we are currently on our way to, well, we're just sort of going for a drive, you know. I've gone in a direction where I'm familiar with it, but I'm not actually familiar with any car sales around this area. But I've ended up driving this way anyway, so you know, we'll see what happens now. Maybe we'll find something, or maybe it's just destined to be, you know. If not, then we'll know not to look up this way, I guess. But yeah, fun. This is the perks of having a car, like this is. Just go for a drive. Gets you out the house. You go travelling somewhere, whether you know the area or not. You know, as long as your phone's charged, you've got a sat nav, so you're all right. You know, you might remember you might remember driving somewhere with your parents. They might drive around in an area, and you always seen a road, and you never went down it, and you got curious, what's down there? Well, when you're in your own car, you can take that turn, and you can go find out for yourself. It may just be a dead end, but you know now. You know there's nothing down there, and now you understand why your parents never went down there. But it's just that thing of like that freedom, innit, to find out for yourself. So yeah, so I'd add this little bit in. Why not? Well, made the wrong decision to come here anyway, by the looks, because we're just stuck in the lanes, because I don't know what's going on. I think there's a van trying to reverse onto a drive of a house, but it's in like a narrow lane, so I don't know, but he's just holding everyone up. So maybe it's not destined to be. We'll find out. There we go. We're about to make a move, I think, because he's just reversed out into the lane, and now he's reversing again. What? Okay, I don't know. He was facing this way, but he's reversing back up. I don't know what's going on. You're on the window open, Dale. Yeah. But there was a woman in the car behind, and she got out. There you go. That's all I'm trying to don't mind. There we go. We're making a move. Here we go. The woman in the car behind got out and had a look. Here we go. We'll see who's causing this traffic now. Oh no, he's just talking to the person who owns the house today. Alright, so he was stopped though. No, yeah, he was on their drive by the looks. It's just narrow. Here we go. You'll see the culprit now in the corner. There he is, blocking in the lane, and now you've got cars coming up from the other way now, all backing up as well. Hopefully this will be cleared up by the time we get back, otherwise I'm going to have to find another way home. So yeah, oh, what fun. We also had a plane circling us. Oh, that was, I don't know why I said that, but it's something to add, I suppose. Ah, see, I don't know if that is the brakes or if it's the wheel bearings, because it was when I was turning. Just another thing to go wrong with the car by the looks, guys. God damn it. Ah, the joys of classics, eh? If you know, you know. Yeah, see, this is another reason why I need a newer car. One with automatic windows. Because that's all Noah's saying now, is he wants my window down, and he wants his up, and then he wants his down. And they're manual windows, they're the wind-up windows. So obviously I'm having to stretch over and reach over to open his window, and then he's telling me to put it back up. So I need a car with automatic windows. So that's another one for the checklist. Well, just drove past like an old taxi, London taxi cab, which, do you know, I considered that as well, to be fair. I don't know how or why I considered it, but like, just driving past me, just drove past one now, and it just reminded me that I did. And I wasn't sure if it was for sale. It did look like it had like something on the windscreen, but it was like a small little bit of paper, so I don't know what I said. But I ain't gonna find any of them around here, apart from that one. But chances are I wouldn't get that anyway. I would rather a proper like car or SUV or like a van. But yeah, just thought I'd fill that in, so it just reminded me. Well, yeah, I sort of took a detour because I've decided to go into a multi-storey car park for the shopping centre, as if I'm going to find a car here. However, in a way, I will, because looking in the car park, I can find inspiration. I can see other vehicles that's parked here, and try and base my search off of that sort of car. So it sort of works out, and I suppose now we can do a little bit of shopping, except I don't actually know what we need to do shopping for, but we're here now, so if we do, then we can do it. So other than that, I'll catch you guys after we get out here, when we get back to the car, I guess. I just gotta go find a parking space now, so see you in a bit. Right, so in Mountain Warehouse, and let me just show you something real quick. So I'm calling bullshit 120 quid to 50 quid to 18. Ain't no way, man, ain't no way. Right, so back in the car now after that little shopping spree, except it wasn't really a shopping spree. As you can hear, gone over a toy, of course. Can't go anywhere without getting him something, because he'll just kick off. But no, so we ended up in the Mountain Warehouse, as you saw in the last clip, where you got that £100 jacket or coat down to 18 quid. Hang on a minute. But I suppose it wasn't really a distraction, because going into a shop like that gives me a little bit of an idea of the size, because I would like to get like one of them hiking bags, so that when I am obviously doing whatever I plan on doing, I've got the bag to put my stuff in. So I suppose it wasn't completely wasted, and we managed to get Noah's feet measured as well, so we know what size shoes to get him now. So it wasn't totally wasted, I suppose. But we're probably just going to head home now, because I've got someone hopefully coming to buy the 15-inch wheels off of that I took off the car when I bought them. So get home. So looks like we're not looking for any more cars today. we'll just have to do it another day now, I guess. So yeah, I'll probably just end the video here now because we're not really gonna do much else, and well, we'll just have to see how long they'll be till the next video. So goodbye for now, guys. Thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe or something, I don't know, because obviously you don't really know what my channel's about at the moment, and that's completely fine. But up to you. Subscribe, don't subscribe, but try to remember the channel. Oh, good parking. 10 out of 10. Hang on a minute, I gotta show you that. Just exposing, like, but she drove into that bay as well. I don't know how she managed it. But yeah, like I said, feel free to subscribe or try to remember the channel or something so that you can come back in future, and hopefully I'd have actually got started then, and hopefully you can join me in the adventure and picking up on learning how to use the equipment I got and stuff, and how to do things properly. So yeah, like I said, bye for now and see you soon, hopefully.